Hi guys, I have not vlogged in a while. Busy with dealing with things opening up and yada yada yada. But anyways, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about why a lot of people are now moving back home. And I'm touching on Jamaica, right? I think that years ago, foreign was a place where you could survive. Yeah, it was a place where you could survive. You could, make some money. There were more jobs as an option. Pay for rent, buy a house, have your vehicle, your job, take care of your kids, take a few vacations here and there. Now the bills are way more and the jobs aren't covering it, especially if you are a single individual. It is very difficult to maintain a life. Most jobs don't pay well enough for you to be able to afford just everything. A person might want a nice apartment or a nice condo, and you're looking at a one bedroom ranges from 1400 to 1600 depending on the location. You might want a nice vehicle to drive. You might have to save the money to buy it, or some persons might just lease one or finance, and that still cost in insurance, which is very high in Canada. But if my rent is 1600 and I may be spending close to 500 for maybe insurance and car payment, then I might have food and I have my cell phone bill and my cable bill and my internet bill, and maybe you have a credit card or you still have to put gas in your car and miscellaneous stuff. Canada, we go through seasons, so we have to buy different clothes for different seasons. And what most persons are looking at is the fact that I could live much more better in Jamaica. I could the kind of jobs now are changing where you don't need to be stationary. You can save up a little bit of money and you can start a small shop, or there is just better ways to invest your money in Jamaica and see it kind of grow a little bit faster. And let's not get into like savings. Here in Canada, you could have your money in savings and God bless the interest that you get on it yearly. But in Jamaica, you get a much more better return. And then just overall liveliness. Canada is like hella boring. In my opinion, people here are so predictable. On the weekends you're either gonna go to a restaurant, or if it's summer it's a barbecue, or maybe Niagara Falls, or if you're within Canada, it's just very predictable movements. If you're not taking a vacation. But most persons now are kind of saying, hey, if I kind of just humble myself, put some money together, I can invest in something and really watch it grow with proper marketing, just constant learning, having some patience. You can definitely grow something. I've seen persons leave and do, like for me, I did a interior decor business and it did fairly well. And the location to me wasn't all that great. It was great, but where my shop was located, it was very hidden. So imagine if I had gotten like a store that was on the front where persons are walking by and able to see my displays. As a decorator, I do a lot of displays with my items. But most persons now are saying, hey, YouTubers are now making close to maybe 1,500 to 2,000 US dollars, a month. So they're looking at it as to, okay, if I'm over here making that, I can't survive. If I'm in the States, if I'm in Canada, I can't live off that. But if you're in Jamaica, you can rent a place for a decent amount of money. You can rent a nice home, ranges from even 30 to 60,000, and you're comfortable, gated community, everything. You can get a decent vehicle, save up your money, get something decent, and you can even just start a little business. Say you've been YouTubing for maybe like a year. You have that income coming in by vlogging or whatever it is that you do on there. Um, so jobs are changing. There's a lot of people doing graphic design where they don't need to be abroad again. I mean, there are benefits. The benefits of having that citizenship where you're able to travel without restrictions. When you live in Jamaica, you constantly have to keep applying for visas, not knowing if you're going to get it. Right? So I just think that most persons are looking now at their lives and they're kind of evaluating that, like, in Jamaica, I have livelihood. I can work a particular job. I can enjoy myself. We have countless amount of places I can go for reasonable. There's a lot of free beaches. There's a lot of hangout spots. Life just feel more enjoyable. I just think for those persons who frown upon and talk about crime, and they when they visit, they go nowhere near what when those things are happening. They're nowhere near it. There's people living and surviving in Jamaica. My great great grandma, my great, okay, my mother's grandmother. So that's my great grandmother. She's close to 90 years old and she's been back and forth from the States and Jamaica all her life. My entire family lives there still. I mean, some still travel back and forth, and they don't worry about stuff like that. So I hate it when person talking about the crime and the like crime, not they are foreign. Probably even worse. So I just say to hell with that. So I've had the experience with living abroad, living in Jamaica. Majority of my younger life up to my teenage years was in Jamaica. Then I came abroad around 17, going 18. So my young adult life actually started here. And with my experience living in Canada, it was extremely difficult to understand the system because nobody's really teaching you anything, and secondly, you don't even know what to ask because you're not coming from an environment where that was a part of it. Understanding the credit systems and how things work, and here they rather you dumb down yourself in order to get certain jobs. I've had those experiences where people keep telling me I'm overqualified in my resumes, and and over here people are it's multicultural, so people aren't as close. People kind of stick to their tribe, versus in Jamaica everybody's Jamaican. So yes, you do have the classism and so on and so forth. That's still very strong rooted in Jamaica, but that is eventually, something that becomes a part of the society. That's all based on the people, and I think it, to be honest, it's something that's really, really stupid. But nonetheless, so persons are now evaluating, okay, I'm abroad, all right, I'm stuck in these countless amount of bills, countless amount of debt, and you know, I just basically just need a change. A lot of people are really struggling with living in winter, countries. Canada can get extremely cold. It can get really depressing for a lot of people. Especially black folks. The sun keeps us alive. It gives us that energy, that vibrant. And a lot of people are just having enough. The system here aren't really for us. It really is trying to hold you back job wise, buying a home, and just advancing. From my experience, I'm not saying that persons here or Jamaicans here are advancing, because they are. There's few with restaurants and contracting companies and realtors and accountants and lawyers and all of that fantastic stuff. Me as a designer, but at the same time we do have those underlying issues where they still try to hold you back. So persons are just changing their minds. You're kind of just evaluating. Listen, it's not all that it cracked up to be. Foreign is not this place that you're watching the movies and you come and you experience it. It's hard freaking work. It's hard work. And this is what I would say to most Jamaicans. Certain jobs y'all don't want to take. It's beneath you. But y'all come abroad. And because y'all know that ain't nobody giving you shit, y'all must see some people come here and take on some jobs that kill them dead in Jamaica they would not do. So I think that also cripples your Jamaican society when you have that type of mentality and then you come to the so-called white man's country and you don't have no problem at it. No. Mm-mm. And I think too, with a lot of persons who are always complaining about, things that Jamaica lack, bring your ideas there. That's what I'm doing. I look at where areas in which I can use my skills to educate and provide jobs and do those things instead of sitting and complaining and pointing fingers. Oh, I'm down there and this isn't happening. I'm down there and you can't even get this type of service. I'm down there and no, things are changing now. Jamaica is not the same 10 and 15 years ago. No. You can go there and find every freaking thing you need and looks better too. So the supermarkets are now upscale. There is a lot of fun places for you to take your kids, not to mention the parties. Hello. And then once in a while you go chill on the north coast, and so on and so forth. So I'm not saying that moving back home is for everyone. Some persons come abroad and they really are comfortable. They've made something of themselves. It worked. But for majority who are putting up a front, just start working on something. A piece of land. Invest in, contribute to your NHT. Team up with a friend or family member, your spouse, and see if you can even purchase a home, rent it out until you're ready. Like, invest in something, because when you're abroad you own nothing, period. I know for you. So yeah, I just look at it now and I hear a lot more persons are like, listen, I'm not doing I'm returning home when I'm retired where I can't enjoy it. I don't want to go back home when I'm 70 and old and just sitting there looking. And no, I want to be home where I'm up and about. There's so many cute little hidden spots now developing. I want a lot of wonderful things to explore and see. And I just think people just need to do what works for them, and persons need to stop shaming them and say, oh, you get deported and lad and boy. No. Sometimes people are just coming to the realization that, listen, foreign is not what it cracked up to be. It's not for everyone. There's a lot of people in the States, in England, in Canada, different parts of the world who are really suffering to build with. You can't manage that home on your own. You're not able to take care of your kids without help. You're not able to even pay your rent, or it's just very, very interesting. So people are just doing that. They just look at Jamaica now as a good place to invest. Footballers and art becoming family members and they're moving abroad. Why that 2 week in their house and start to show face or them start to make you uncomfortable is because the space is all they have. That space, coming home from a hard days of work to just relax and unwind, and there's somebody, you come home, you're on your veranda, you're outside, you're chilling with friends and family. Like, it's this nice kind of sense of freedom. Here it's not the same. It's not the same. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to put that out there. So yeah, I just want to drop this vlog. I have so much more that's coming. It has been crazy for the past, I think, week.